Wakanda Forever.
Wakanda Forever.
It came out in November of last year, but we did not see this movie until a few days ago. You
Yeah.
know, we just haven't really been too enthused about going to see Marvel movies as of late. Not like how we used to. We haven't even seen Ant Man
Ant-Man.
yet.
Yeah.
You know,
But
I guess we're
I'm
gonna have to wait for that to
excited
come on.
about Ant-Man. I don't. I think you weren't excited about
Well,
it, but
I'm I want to see it. You know, I do want to see
that
it.
does not sound enthused at all. Okay.
I want to see it, but now I guess we just have to wait till it comes on Disney Plus,
Yeah,
which I'm fine with that.
that's
I'm
fine.
fine with that. You know, but Black Panther 2, Wakanda Forever,
Hmm.
right? So, what do you? How do you feel about it? You know, I know some people were like they didn't like it. Some people will say they did like it. You know, it's kind of mixed reviews that I've been hearing about this movie coming from different people.
I did not like it initially.
Hmm.
Um,
Well, we
it
watched this movie twice, by
well,
the
yeah, we
way.
had to
Yeah.
watch it over. Well, yeah, to get some points, but and the second time I realized I still kind of didn't like it. I don't know. I had maybe like two or three things I liked about it, but it was small things. But yeah, it wasn't that much that I liked about it.
Oh. Well, one of the main things that I was curious about when it comes to this movie is I wanted to see how it was going to respond to the passing of Chadwick Boseman.
Yeah,
You know, I
yeah.
really wanted to see what they were going to do with that.
That was one of the reasons why I didn't want to see it. Because, well, I mean, yeah, not to be really funny about it, but yeah, I didn't want to be sad. I kind of already mourned him in my own way, and that was just like opening new wounds and
Yeah, yeah,
kind of have. I guess it was in a way kind of having closure just seeing the movie, but
yeah.
yeah.
I mean, because it definitely was going to make you emotional going to see that,
Hmm.
you know, and especially with that tribute tour that we would have probably dropped a tear or
Oh
two,
yeah,
you know, after
definitely.
seeing that.
Yeah, well, in at least in the movie theater, nobody could have seen me cry, but
I'm more than sure there were some people in the movie theater that were
oh
crying.
yeah.
I can imagine, you know, there was like a lot of silence in there, other than people probably sniffing and
Yeah,
wiping
we're like
tears. Yeah, but that was a very beautiful tribute that they
that was
gave to him.
nice.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because he was just an amazing actor,
yeah.
and I loved him as Black Panther.
Yeah,
You
I
know,
really can't see anybody else doing
yeah, you
it.
know what? A lot of people think that they should have recast him, and I'm kind of on edge with that. I do feel as though that they could have maybe shown what happened to him rather than just say that he died from an unknown illness.
Yeah, I
You
was
know,
definitely wondering what that illness was, but I think they further explained it that it was just something unknown illness
I mean,
and
there's speculation as to what it could have been.
yeah.
I've read something that said it was because there were no more of the heart shaped herbs. Yeah, there was one person that was talking about that when you drink the heart shaped herb, you're supposed to continuously drink it, or it'll have some kind of adverse effect on you. And since Killmonger, he burned all the heart shaped
Yeah.
herbs, he wasn't able to drink anymore, which patched him getting the illness and him dying away. I don't know how true that is. I don't know if that's accurate. That's just something that I've heard.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
I do wish that they would have probably shown what happened with him rather than just saying it. But
Yeah.
I mean, they did what they did.
Yeah.
Some people liked it, some people didn't. I'm still kind of up in the air about it, but
That I mean that really didn't take away from the movie from me.
oh really?
No, it didn't.
Mm-hmm.
That I mean it was just like they were like okay he just had an illness and that was it. That was just a small part of why I didn't like the movie, but yeah.
Yeah, but the movie had some good parts.
Mhm.
One of my favorite parts of the movie was the Calicanil. I loved them in this movie. I really did. Namor, I loved their costumes, their city of Talakan. I
Mhm.
actually wish that they would have shown more of it because when Shuri was with Namor and he was pretty much showing her the city, it was kind of dark, but it was still like beautifully done. I would have loved to see more of that. I would have really loved to see more of that.
Yeah, I didn't really. I didn't. I mean, they were okay. I'm sorry, it wasn't a lot that I really care for. I
Hmm.
feel like the CG on that part was really bad,
Yeah.
especially when Namor, kind of pushed Shuri into the current and everything.
I know
That
what you're
yeah,
talking about.
that part
Yeah.
was like kind of bad.
But Angela Bassett,
Hmm.
she was another really great part of the movie. Like
Oh,
every single
yeah,
scene that she was in,
she
she
just
just killed it. She really did.
she did. She was. I mean, she's just a great actress. So
Hmm. I mean,
overall,
unfortunately, she didn't win an Oscar, but I mean, she did get a Golden Globe for it.
okay.
So she was definitely recognized, and she was nominated for the
Well, yeah,
Oscar.
being nominated for Oscar, that counts for something, right?
Yeah, definitely. You could tell that she was disappointed that she didn't win, but
But
I
yeah,
guess it just wasn't her time.
everybody's always, they're saying that they think she got snubbed for it and everything. And
Yeah,
almost like that's the end of her, maybe getting the Oscar, like saying that's the end of her career, but
it's definitely
it's
not.
not the end of her
It's
career.
definitely not. She has like so many great moments in that movie, though.
Hmm.
One of my favorites was this one right here.
Hmm.
I am queen of the most powerful nation in the world, and my entire family is gone. Have I not given everything?
Man, I think she should have got an Oscar just by the way she was rolling those R's. you know, like she was really powerful in every
Man,
single scene that she was in.
I was feeling bad for Okoye. That scene. Like, did she have to go so hard on her?
Yeah, she did.
I
She
mean,
did.
she don't understand what Okoye went through too in that scene.
Okoye didn't lose her entire family though.
But still,
you
Okoye,
know.
you didn't hear that screaming Wakandan?
I know what part you're talking about. yeah.
But she when it
Because she knew what was about to happen for her. She was like, God damn, I done lost this lady daughter to these water people. Shit.
the one thing I did like about Talakanil, is that what you said?
Mm-hmm.
Um, was when they approached the CIA ship and
Mm-hmm.
they were singing and the
Oh, yeah,
harmonizing and
yeah.
how they got the people to just like jump off the ship and
Mm-hmm.
just off
Just making her
themselves.
walk the plank.
Yeah, basically,
yeah.
yeah. Walk the plank. I thought that was really good,
Mm-hmm.
and I like some of the weapons that they used. The water bombs. I thought
Mm-hmm.
that was pretty cool.
The only issue that I have with the Talakanil was that their powers, their strength, what they were able to do, it was kind of inconsistent for me
Hmm.
because on that bridge scene where Shuri got taken away by the Talakanil,
Hmm.
there was an instance where Okoye stabbed one of them, and I was like, okay, she killed him, she's dead. And then later on, they just get up and walk away. So I'm like, oh, okay. So they can be impaled and they can just get up and go. I'm like, all
Right.
right. But then another instance is when Nakia she shoots one of them with a sound blast, a sound gun, or whatever kind of weapon that she had,
I thought she
and
had I thought that was a real guy,
it
by the
might
way.
as well have been because the Talakanil person died.
Oh
So
yeah,
I
I
was just like,
remember.
okay, so what exactly are their strengths? Like, what are they able to do? Like, okay, in one instance they're getting stabbed and walking away, they get hit by a sound blast and they dead. So, I was kind of, there's just little inconsistencies like that that kind of brought the movie down for me.
I
You
guess, yeah, I
know,
guess some of them had certain strengths and weaknesses.
yeah.
I guess that kind of piggybacks off of what I was thinking when it came to Namor.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm like, he's been around for hundreds of years and he's like some kind of mutated
He's
whatever
a
he
mutant.
is. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So all this time with him being, with him, with the nation being there for like hundreds of years, why is he the only one? With the wings and everything. I'm thinking that more of them would have actually had, more powers, I
I
guess.
mean, they had powers. They were definitely strong. He was just the only one that was a mutant.
I guess, yeah,
Yeah,
and so that kind of ties into what you were saying with some of them having some certain strengths and weaknesses than the others. So I guess.
I guess. But I actually do wish that they would have shown more of Talokan, the
Mm-hmm.
city. They only showed it briefly, and it was kind of dim down there, even though they had that artificial sun. You
Mm-hmm.
know, I really wanted to see more of that city. 'Cause I was real interested in everything that they had down there because it was an entire underwater nation.
I
You
mean,
know,
I don't know. Are they gonna like show more of that in the future? Because it's
they
like
may. I would hope so. I would really hope
they
so.
might.
Yeah, because I would really like
Um.
to explore that more. And speaking of when the Taekwondo person was shot with the sound gun,
Mm-hmm.
there's plot holes throughout this movie, and some of them I have really big issues with.
Oh yeah,
And
definitely for me too.
yeah, one of them was how in the world was Nakia able to infiltrate that city without being noticed? That was my whole thing. When the CIA went down there to try to find the vibranium, the Talcanids, they knew that they were there. Went over there, wiped them out. They didn't even know the city was there. They didn't know anything about the Talcanid. They just knew that there was a presence of vibranium, and the Talcanid said, we ain't even risking it. We wiping all of y'all out because we don't want nobody to find our shit. But Nakia can just go walk around in the village, talk to a couple of locals, find out some shit, then go dive down there, breach an entire city, go through it, and find out where Shuri and Riri Williams were, and then just leave without being, noticed. Like, how did she do this? It was just.
I mean, I guess she one of the best spies of
I don't
Wakanda.
care. No one has ever broken into this city for hundreds of years.
Mm-hmm.
But Nakia, come on, man.
I know it's a big plot hole for me too.
Yeah,
They
yeah,
got a lot of
that
stuff
kind of threw
happening.
me off. Speaking of things that we didn't like, Riri Williams. She was the worst part of this movie for me. She was an unnecessary character. She was an undeveloped character. It's just, and every time that she was on screen, it was just cringe.
Yeah.
It was very cringe for me.
For me too, because I don't know if she was like comic relief or something like that, but like just the humor alone in the movie didn't work for me.
Mm-mm.
Especially when they introduced Riri Williams when she was talking to Okoye about her head,
About her ashy
the
head.
ashy head. I get she was already concerned about that. It could have came off a little bit better, but I feel like the whoever wrote her dialogue, it was not working.
And that was the only thing that wasn't working for him. It was that costume, the suit they gave her. It was horrible. It looked like a '90s Power Ranger suit.
Oh man,
I did not like it at all. It was horrible.
I know, it was pretty bad.
He's fast, but I'm
Look
faster.
at it.
And
Man,
I think you were
just
also
cringe.
like upset that they didn't really give her the credit towards Iron Man and everything.
Oh yeah, yeah. They kind of went away from how she was in the comic books. I mean, I'm not really tripping about that too much, but yeah, there was a part of this movie where they referenced her to Iron Man. I think she was making a suit of armor. She was hitting it with the hammer and everything like that. And in all actuality, she is heavily influenced by Iron Man. And they didn't show any reference to that other than that part where she was hitting the hammer. But I mean, it kind of doesn't mean anything because I also believe that she said that her brother taught her everything she knew about.
Really?
Yeah, if I'm remembering correctly. So yeah, but right now she's just very underdeveloped. But I think they're also giving her a show on Disney Plus. It's going to be coming out.
What?
Ironheart.
Ironheart?
Yeah.
Oh god.
Yeah.
Okay.
So maybe when the show comes out, they'll give her some more developing. I don't know.
And
You
I
know.
mean, look, also to correct you, they did reference it again. Before she was, making the suit in
Mhm.
Wakanda, when her Shuri and Okoye were trying to get away, and
Mhm.
the police officer came in. He was like, "Oh shit, you got an Iron Man suit!"
What the hell is that? Oh shit, she got an Iron Man suit!
Because he was flabbergasted. when he saw that.
That was
Yeah.
the funny part, actually.
My boy said, "Oh shit, she got an Iron Man suit." Yeah,
That
so
was
I guess so,
hilarious.
huh? I
Yeah,
guess so.
that
Sure.
was them referencing Iron
Okay,
Man.
okay. All right, that's how you want to take
That's
that.
how I took it.
But yeah, she just wasn't as fleshed out. She was unnecessary in there. But at the same time, the whole movie was kind of centered towards her.
Hmm.
Because, the reason why the CIA was down there in the first place was because of a machine that she made that was able to find vibranium on all types of surfaces. So the CIA got a hold of that. They went to see, they found the vibranium. Namor and Tyler saw them, wiped them out. Then Namor blamed Ramonda and Wakanda for everybody knowing about the existence of
Oh,
vibranium and wanting to get it. So that's why they wanted Wakanda to go and get her so they can kill her,
he needed
which didn't
no.
make any sense to
It
me.
didn't make sense for me at all. He need to take care of his own nation. Stop blaming other people.
Yeah.
That's how I felt about that.
Hmm.
Okay, that was a big plot
Yeah,
hole for
that just
me.
didn't really make too much sense to me
No, it didn't.
because, I mean, they were down there. And then you wipe them out. But I think they did. I think that the CIA was blaming Wakanda for that. You know.
Yeah, they were
So.
because your boy he didn't have any information on that the new nation.
Hmm.
You remember they wouldn't give up that information, so
Hmm.
he didn't know what was going on. So of course they're gonna blame Wakanda.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean that part of the movie, I just didn't really agree with that plot too much. Didn't really make any sense, and because I was just like, okay, so the CIA they took the machine, and then Namor wipes him out,
Mhm.
and now Namor wants to find her so they can kill her, and the CIA wants to find her as well. My problem is if you already took her machine, and you know that she's the one who made it, why didn't you just take her in the beginning? Why didn't you like recruit her or something, or find a way to tell her to make her tell you how she made this machine so you can make it on your own?
I guess
It's
because they
just
were just like, oh, because she's there's a threat now, so we have to take her away.
I don't know.
Yeah, it didn't make sense at all.
Yeah. So they had a couple of plot holes, things that I didn't really care for about the movie. The ending scene when they were fighting on the boat, it was just very anticlimactic for me. Yeah,
The
it
boat
just
looked weird, by the
it
way.
looked, you didn't like the way the boat
The
looked.
bowl looked like an iron. It just looked like iron to me. But yeah, I understand the fight scenes for me
Hmm.
did not do it because I think I feel like they use slow mo for everything to make it seem significant, and it
Hmm.
started with when Rain Lord when
Namor.
yeah Namor he had hit Umbaku in the chest,
Hmm.
and it was like super slow mo. I'm like, damn, how long is this gonna
They wanted.
last?
How hard that hit was.
They did that from that point on, and it wasn't working for me.
Yeah, I think that was also the scene where they attacked Wakanda, and that's also the part where Queen Ramonda she dies,
Hmm.
and I just don't feel as though they put enough emphasis on that. I feel like that was more rushed. I think they should have gave her a way better send off than
Yeah.
because I mean it was that she died. They gave her a funeral, and that was it. I feel as though she deserved a little bit more than that.
I feel like if she had enough strength to push your girl all the way up to the top, and the way she was positioned,
Hmm.
she could have saved herself too. She would have had some air for herself,
I guess, but she old. She old, man.
There ain't no excuse.
She down there swimming and stuff. She just got blown up by a water bomb. I mean, she can't take all that.
She didn't have enough air to go and save this girl. I don't understand how any of that happened.
Yeah, so I guess it's another. I guess it's an issue that you have with it.
Yeah, a
But
lot of issues.
yeah, I wish they would have gave her a better send off than that.
Hmm.
But that ending fight scene was just real anticlimactic for me. The fights were heavily edited, and then it took them so long to get to Shuri actually becoming Black Panther.
Yeah.
The movie was 2 hours and 41 minutes. That's really long.
Yeah, it was super long. I didn't realize how long it was till you said something.
Yeah, it was real
Honestly.
long. Yeah. So I don't know if we said we watched this twice,
Mhm.
actually. The first time that I watched it, I was kind of disappointed. But the second time that I watched it, I kind of warmed up to the movie a little bit more, and I found myself enjoying certain parts of it. But the that ending, especially when Shuri was fighting Namor, it just was so rushed,
What was
and
what was up with their relationship? I'm sorry to cut you off, but it just seemed weird. I don't know when he brought her down to his
hmm
whatever the city is named and everything. It just seemed like they were trying to lean towards more of a love story. I don't know if it was a love story, if it was a
oh yeah, yeah,
friendship
yeah.
or whatever. But at the end, when they
I,
were
I, I
fighting,
think that they were just trying to relate to one another. She was trying to convince Namor to not kill Riri.
yeah,
And I guess he showed her around the city. It kind of seemed like they were probably going to build. There was some type of romantic relationship between those two, but that quickly ended.
that ended, yeah, especially when
Yeah.
he took out her mom.
Oh yeah, that quickly ended. So I'm glad they actually didn't put that in the movie. To be honest with you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but yeah, you were saying that the ending scene
hmm
when they were fighting,
Yeah.
and yeah, what happened? Oh yeah, when she got stabbed.
I have issues with that because she was impaled, right? And I do understand that her suit, the Black Panther suit, the nanotechnology that they have in it, could, repair her wounds and stuff like that. But that was a fatal blow. And at first I was just like, okay, she should either be dead or she should at least be hurt. You know what I'm saying? She just got up a little while, then went and just, continue fighting like nothing
Like nothing
happened.
happened. Yeah.
So I did have an issue with that.
Back to like the fight
hmm
at the end for me. Um, it was one part with I don't know, with M'Baku. I thought that he got thrown off and one guy
I know what part you're talking about.
it looked like they
Yeah.
got rid of M'Baku, threw him off the ship, and then like a few seconds later they showed him, and I was like, oh well,
Yeah,
damn.
because I thought that same thing. I know exactly what part you're talking about. I was like, oh shit, they got M'Baku. And then
Yeah.
he comes in the scene right afterwards. Oh, they didn't. Well, who the fuck was
Right,
that?
but who was that?
I guess they all look the same. I don't know.
I
Shoot.
I wish that they would have actually uh, show more of the guy that was on the bridge with Okoye. Um,
Atuma, you're
yeah,
talking
I
about.
thought
Yeah.
I thought he was really good.
Yeah, him and Namora. Those were
Okay.
those were the two that was up there on that bridge. Yeah, I really liked them.
Yeah.
Yeah. And see, like I said, every time the Telekineal showed up, it was fire. I
Yeah.
really enjoyed them.
It's like it was fire.
Yeah,
But
I really enjoyed them.
at the last fight scene, with the Adoge, when they were like on the side of the boat and
The
everything.
Dwarvalage.
Lord have mercy. I don't even know how to say. Anyway, sorry, y'all.
uh-huh.
Yeah, when they were on the side of the boat,
hmm
and it was like acrobats and everything, but they didn't really do much in the fights, in the fight scenes. It was just like,
Well, 'cause it was heavily edited and everything. But one thing that I didn't like, Wakanda has all this technology and everything. They was able to develop that machine that dried Namor out. But they couldn't figure out a way to get the Dora Milaje down there on the side of the boat without having I think that was the Jabari tribe that was holding them with those
oh
ropes.
yeah,
I'm
yeah,
like, it seems kind of primitive. I think y'all could have came up with some other way to go about doing this. You know,
yeah, yeah.
yeah. Oh,
But
another part that I liked about that was the Midnight Angel suit.
oh yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
that was really close to the comic books. I mean, not really exactly how they were introduced in the comic books. It's quite different, but I'm not really worried about that. I still think it was real cool that they showed that, and I also believe that they're coming out with a series for them, the Midnight Angels.
Okay.
So I guess I
Yeah.
could look forward to that.
I didn't really like the suits.
You didn't
I
like it?
didn't like them. I thought they were ugly. I'm on the same side with Okoye on that one. She didn't like
She didn't
it.
like them, right? She didn't want to put that shit on at first.
Okay. Well, I mean, but overall, I just feel like they just stripped down um I guess Black Panther to like its bare minimum for me. Like most of the main characters for me are gone.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just, I'm like, where are they going with this? You know. So
Yeah. Speaking of all the characters, at first I was a little upset that none of the Avengers showed up for T'Challa's funeral. When Iron Man died, everybody was there. And when I say everybody, everybody, even like some people that was in other Marvel movies that were like not really, that important, they were there for Tony Stark's funeral.
mhm.
But no one showed up for T'Challa's. I guess you could say maybe they weren't invited. Maybe they were all doing something else. But, I
May-
feel they could have had
Maybe
somebody,
this was a
at
private
least Bucky.
ceremony.
At least Bucky. I mean, they gave this man a whole
Yeah.
vibranium arm. You know.
I'm pretty sure they would have all showed up. I don't know what was the
No,
deal with
he
that.
showed up for your boy funeral, but
Yeah.
that's
th-
neither here nor there, I guess.
Yeah.
But overall, the first time I watched this movie, I was a little disappointed. But the second time I watched it, it kind of grew on me. It kind of grew on me, and
What?
I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it.
I'm
So I
shocked,
would give this
y'all.
movie a good. I enjoyed it. The second time watching it, I enjoyed it.
I am
Like I
so
say, I
shocked.
loved Natalia Camille. I loved Angela Bassett. I loved Namor. There was some parts of this movie that I really did like. Did it have its problems? Yes. It had its issues. I mean, I wasn't expecting it to be a perfect movie. But all in all, I enjoyed it.
You okay?
I'm fine.
Okay.
I know in the beginning I was just like, oh my God. But, watching it the second time, it grew on me. It grew on me.
No, going back to what I said, I don't know where they heading with Black Panther after this. I would, like to see where they're headed, but I feel like they've really taken a lot away
Yeah.
from from everything. I mean, I don't know. I didn't really care for it. I didn't like Riri Williams.
Oh, she was definitely the worst part of the movie. Yeah, the worst part. I wish that they would have just kept her out. Yeah,
Yeah,
because she was not needed.
no, and a lot of plot holes for me. So, for me, it's gonna be a stale. It's gonna be stale.
Okay, I mean, it's okay.
I'm sorry.
Some people liked the movie, some people didn't. In the beginning, like I said, I didn't like it. So I changed my mind over time. I guess you didn't.
I didn't. Even after watching it the second time, I was like, okay, I didn't like hated it less
Mm-hmm.
the second time, but I still couldn't find anything that I really liked.
Yeah.
So
Well, it's like we were talking about earlier. Just I just really haven't been enthused for a lot of Marvel movies that have been coming out as of late. And I mean, we were like big Marvel movie fans in the beginning.
yeah.
And remember when they had it was a day where they were showing all the Marvel movies leading up to Avengers 2, The Age of Ultron. Yeah,
Oh
remember
yeah,
that?
yeah.
And
We
we
just
sat in that theater for like 6 hours watching every last one of them until Avengers 2 came out. So we really,
yeah,
loved Marvel movies, but just as of late, it just hasn't been able to captivate me like it once did before.
yeah.
You
Me
know?
either.
Yeah, it's like it's hard
It's
because
becoming more and more like a chore.
yeah, definitely becoming more and more of a chore to watch it because you got all these different sitcoms now. You have to watch WandaVision. You have to watch Loki now. You have to watch Falcon and the Winter Soldiers. I think we haven't even seen Miss Marvel yet.
No, we haven't.
We haven't even watched that.
haven't.
But Moon Knight was good.
Yeah,
I
that
mean, the
was real
shows are
good.
good, but it's just like, you have to watch all these shows in order to get what's going on.
Yeah, to
You
be
know?
informed of the next thing that's happening.
Yeah,
They didn't
because if
have
you didn't watch WandaVision, you probably weren't gonna really understand what was happening in Doctor Strange in Multiverse of
Oh
Madness.
yeah, that's true. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's true.
you know. But yeah, it just hasn't really been able to captivate me. I just remember like, those first Marvel movies leading up to the Avengers.
Yeah.
Like, man, I loved that.
Yeah, those are man.
Now might be a really good time for you to get angry.
That's my secret, Cat. I'm always angry.
Hold on.
Man, that part right there, that was my favorite. Man, that movie came out in 2012.
I can't
And
believe
every
that.
time I see that part, it still gives me chills.
Man, it's been
Still gives me chills,
it's,
man.
it's still that seems so long ago.
It was. That was 2012, man. It's like that's when Marvel was the best for me. It was just so awesome seeing them come together like that for the first time. It just, Marvel just hasn't been able to recreate that.
I feel like Endgame
Yeah,
that was the end for me.
yeah, Since Endgame, I just haven't been like,
Yeah.
it's unfortunate. I'm more excited for what DC got going on than I am for Marvel now.
I still can't believe that.
Yeah, man, I am excited for the Flash.
Man, I did see the trailer and I was excited too. I was like,
Yeah.
damn, man,
Michael
dang.
Keaton. Michael Keaton
I
putting
love
on the
Michael
suit
Keaton.
again. My favorite Batman is Ben Affleck, though,
Oh,
right?
come on. You know my favorite band.
Christian
Christian
Bale.
Bale. Hello. Hello.
You need a throat lozenge or something, though.
Oh, come on. But I'll take Michael Keaton. I love him.
Yeah. So I'm excited about that. And if DC if that movie, does good and DC starts going in a really good direction, then
Are you gonna switch over?
I'm not saying I'm a jump ship, but I'm on the edge of that motherfucker.
You're on the cusp.
I'm on the cusp of jumping ship right now. But anyway, this video is going a little bit longer than what we expected it to go.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're just gonna end it right there. If you like this video, please remember to like and subscribe to our channel. We would greatly appreciate it.
Yeah, please.
Yeah, so until next time, we will see you guys later.